Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another JVS movie review. Today we are bringing you the latest from Matt Damon. This one is called Stillwater. So here's the quick synopsis. An American oil rig redneck travels to Marseille, France to visit his estranged daughter in prison for a murder she claims she didn't commit. Confronted with language barriers, cultural differences, and a complicated legal system, he soon builds a new life for himself as he makes it his personal mission to exonerate her. Now, this one again, Matt Damon, Camille, Cottin is in this one, and Abigail Breslin plays Matt Damon's daughter. So, quick first impressions of this. If you've seen the trailer for Stillwater, the trailer looks amazing. During the trailer, it states the best thriller of the summer. This movie is a drama. It is little to no thrills in this entire movie, and the pacing is terribly slow. Like this harpens back to the days where a trailer would completely trick you into what a movie actually is, and because of the misleading, it can leave you extremely disappointed with this movie. Now, this movie starts off with Matt Damon visiting his daughter in prison. They're not fully explaining to us anything. They just show him going to visit her. And then we see it as it builds up of what she's in prison for. And miraculously, he ends up meeting someone in France who ends up helping him out and building a it's very convoluted in that way. It doesn't come across as natural either that he meets this woman who's kind of helping him as he's investigating his daughter's case, and then that investigation stalls and we get a complete family drama out of nowhere. And then down the line it attempts to go back to the mystery. The movie didn't know what it needed to be. If this would have strictly been a family drama of Matt Damon character dealing with his daughter being in prison, great movie. If you wanted to do a mystery type thriller crime story, you could have gotten a good movie out of it, but you would have had to eliminate a lot of the slow moving dramatic parts that are present in this film. And that's the problem with it. I think this is done by Tom McCarthy. I think he did this. I know he did. He played a part in Good Night, Good Luck, the Netflix series 13 Ways to Die, some of that nature. I can't remember the exact name of it. I know he's a pivotal part of both of those projects. But here, I think it's just a situation where they didn't know what type of movie they wanted to have. They didn't know if they wanted a crime story with a little bit of mystery in it, or if they wanted a family drama. And because they attempted to combine them both, they ended up with a not so entertaining movie. Now, performance-wise, I really liked Abigail Breslin in this one. Camille Cottin, she's okay in it, but they really don't give her character much to do here. This is a really good performance from Matt Damon. And at times when you're watching him put on this performance as playing this typical A-type American roughneck type of a character, like basically if you've seen any movie where a man is from the country, that is Matt Damon here. And he plays this role to a T. The problem is the character feels so one note at times that it feels unnecessary. It really feels like in this film where he can do nothing right. And even when they attempt to make him make the right decisions, it just comes across as unbelievable. Like, that character wouldn't make these decisions. And that's the problem with this movie. Along with it not knowing what it wanted to be, it doesn't come across as a believable movie. And while this story is very much believable and it is based off of a real true story, well, not based off, because they won't say it's based off of a true story, but it is definitely based off a true story that everyone in this country knows about. But this movie decides to go with a completely different take on that story. And in turn, none of the characters here are particularly believable. And that's the bad part of this movie. That's the part of this movie that struggles the most. Like Abigail Breslin's responses to things about her being in prison and how everything is operating while she's in prison, even dealing with her lawyer while she's in prison, none of it is believable. Matt Damon's character going to France to see his daughter and then building a life there. Wow, like, didn't know jobs is that easy to come by, where you could just move to a completely different country and build a life with no issues. Like, it, none of it makes sense. And even though Matt Damon is game in this film and gives a very good performance, nothing can overshadow that the pacing is bad in this movie. Nothing can overshadow that the plot is so convoluted, it's ridiculous in this movie, and that nothing is believable in the movie. Not a single thing. So, Stillwater, which comes out, I want to say July 30th, it comes out. And they played at Cannes Film Festival, and they made sure to tell us that it got a standing ovation for 5 minutes. And I'm clearly questioning what that standing ovation was for. But Stillwater, out of a possible 10, I'm going to give Stillwater a 4 out of 10. This is a movie that doesn't know what it needs to be. It definitely has a performance by Matt Damon that could be to some worth watching, but then you have to dispel a lot of beliefs and just live in a world where his character can make the decisions that they make in this movie and it comes across as believable, because for the most part they don't, and decisions aren't made like this, nor are the consequences of said decisions like this, including it is a huge, like, when a film transforms back to a crime mystery, something happens in a third act, and they don't give you a satisfying conclusion to actually what happened. And you're just left like, this makes no sense at all. Like, you wasted it when you had a family drama that could have worked really well, and instead you decided to interject all of this mystery crime stuff, and you did none of that good. You did it at a TV Lifetime level when you focus on a crime story. But again, Stillwater comes out July 30th. Check it out. Maybe you'll like it more than I did. Maybe you won't. But let us know in the comments below, what do you think about this film when you get a chance to see it? This has been another JVS movie review. Peace, people.